I was just so focused on hitting the ball up that right side um, that I know that the ovations were awfully generous and they were very nice, but I was so focused on hitting the ball up that right side, not in that left bunker, because I remember just hitting it over then during the U.S. Open and being dead. Tees were up today. Both of the guys ahead of me hit it straight right because they knew that left bunker was dead. I knew it was dead. And I'm like, okay, just hug it up the right side a little bit. And I know people are being very nice. They were cheering. But to be honest with you, I was grinding so hard to put the ball up the right side of that fairway.
Scotty Ruud joining the rally here to discuss Tiger Woods' debut in the 2017 calendar year. First round of the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. Fires a 4/76. And Scotty, a lot of the trouble seemingly stemming from his first shot on each and every hole, the driver.
He was referring to the first hole because it was his first official stroke on the PGA Tour in 17 months. We're going to show you a lot of them that were all consistently to the right, as he said. Now, hit 3-wood, Tiger. Now, notice the rhythm here. His back foot stays on the ground far longer than it did before. This is the one-on-one. And it just kept going. He had the fewest fairways hit of any round in his career, 4 of 14. You saw the percentage under 30%. This is even with a 3-wood. And you see how slow and ginger it seems as if he's still swinging. I think it's because he's easing into it. I also feel it's back and leg issues, left leg. But that's a 3-wood in the right rough that, and he was referring to the U.S. Open rough. By the way, it's a lot thinner here at the Farmers Insurance. Back to the driver. These are more the concerns. This is on 9. And it's to the right. You know, of those 10 fairways that he missed, 7 of them were to the right. And that one wasn't a huge miss. That's not a big problem. Now, after making birdie on 10 and 11, that one you could just tell how inside he was going down. And that's a block. You can relate to that.
Yes,
no
I
offense.
can.
I'm not trying to make fun of you, but that seemed very amateurish. Most people are watching can relate. Next hole, 13. This might be the biggest one. I mean, that just looks so ginger. If you go back and you look at the golf swing, his right leg doesn't even transfer through. It's very armsy. He did not want that to go left. He kept referring to that in the interview you heard there on the first hole because of the driver. Well, then hit 3-wood shy of the bunker. You need to hit fairways, Tiger. The strength of his game is hitting greens, and he hits greens when he hits fairways. It's not 2000 anymore. The club head speed was probably the thing that I was anticipating most. I wanted to see how it would compare to this, even when he finished in a tie for 10th at the Wyndham Championship 17 months ago. I mean, we saw him in the Bahamas at the World Challenge, and I didn't want to take much stock there because the fairways were 2.5 times wider than what you're going to get this week and at most events that he's going to be competing in for the next 5 weeks. It just appears, and it's not. We're going to talk a lot about how he played his approach shots were just as bad. In fact, those were even more shockingly below average because that's always been one of his strengths. Even shots in the fairway today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how a short game was the only thing that kept him from not shooting 80. But we're going to see him play 3 of the next 5 weeks, one of them in the Middle East. Is his club head speed going to improve? Is he going to feel more confident with his golf swing? Because the full swing is the biggest concern right now, where shanking chips was the case 20 months ago. It didn't look good today.